or welcome back to my channel. If you don't know me, my name is Court. And by the title of today's video, you can guess what we're doing. We are going to be reading for 24 hours. Not straight, because I am a full-time employee, full-time student, and we're going to break it up in a little sections. Today is Friday night, so we're going to use this weekend to read for 24 hours, focus on our reading, get back into reading. Ever since I got back into school, I have not been able to prioritize reading, and I want to be able to do that. So I feel like this challenge will be perfect for me to do that and also focus on my monthly TBR. If you haven't seen my September TBR video where Instagram chooses my reads, go check that out. I had Instagram polls choose my TBR for the month of September, and I've started 3 books. I've not finished any. We're going to get into that. First, we're just going to be mood reading through my TBR. So I'm going to introduce the books. These are the books that I'm going to pick from. I'm not going to stray off of my monthly TBR for this challenge unless I happen to finish all the books, which I don't think I'm going to finish all 7 books within 24 hours. So I don't think that's going to happen. But if I speed read for some reason, and that happens, because I do plan to listen to audiobooks or immersive read some of them, and we finish all of them, we'll pick another book, don't worry. However, let's get into the books. First we have Face Off by Chelsea Curto. This is my 12 rec from 12 friends for the month of September. I'm really excited to start this series. I can't wait to dive into this. I'll probably be reading this on my Kindle, but this is such an exciting read. I've been dying to start this series. I do think that I will get through it rather quickly because it is a romance and it's a hockey romance, and a lot of people I know love it a lot and have read it in one sitting. So I think I'll like that one. Next we have Rebel Witch by Kristen Cicerelli. I plan to audiobook most of this or immersive read. I immersive read Heartless Hunter and really like the narrator, so that's why I wanted to do it this one as well. So we have that. I will be physically reading The Naturals. This book is fairly short. It has very short chapters and it's YA, so the text is fairly big in the book. So I should be able to get through this rather quickly as well. I've heard this is addictive and really, really fun. It is a YA thriller, so excited for that. We have my reread of If We Were Villains. I got this copy in the mail this month because my best friend annotated If We Were Villains for me, so I plan to read this copy of If We Were Villains to read my friend's annotations. And then we have the 3 that I've started, and that's where we're going to start in today's video. I have started Hopelessly T-Voted. I have been audiobook listening to this at work this week, and I'm not sure if I'm going to DNF this or not. We're going to try and listen to this while I'm doing various activities this weekend. See if I like it, see if I can get through it. There's just something about it. I want to like it so bad because it's giving spooky season, it's giving cute, spooky vibes, and I want to like it. But there's something about it, and there's something about her that I'm just not vibing with, so it might be a soft DNF for now. We'll see. I have also started on my Kindle Not a Strong Enough Word by Ali Samberts. I got this signed copy in the mail. This one of the polls, and I'm really excited to get through this. I'm like 25% of the way through this on my Kindle, and I'm eating it up. I can't wait to dive further into this book and get all the way through it. Absolutely loving every second of that. And lastly, I started Vengeful the other night. I am immersive reading this because I immersive read Vicious and loved that. I got about 113 pages into it. Had to stop because of class and homework and things, and haven't gotten a chance to pick it back up. So that is where we're going to start tonight. I'm going to continue immersive reading Vengeful by V.E. Schwab. This book is the 2nd book in the Villain series. The 3rd book, Victorious, is going to come out hopefully next year. Fingers crossed. Vicious follows our 2 main characters, Eli and Victor, who are doing this project on adrenaline and near-death experiences and figure out that if you die to the point where your heart stops and you're brought back before you are unable to be brought back, basically, you gain superpowers of some sort. They are called EOs, or extraordinaries. They basically are just all over the world. However, Victor and Eli were doing a project on it and turned themselves into EOs. That's what Vicious is about, partially, but it's also partially about Victor and Eli's little squabble that they have, because Eli thinks that EOs should not exist. They are an unnatural phenomena, that everyone should have died, so they should be dead. So Eli is trying to kill all of them off. Victor is trying to kill Eli or get back at Eli because he wants to be alive. He thinks that extraordinaries should be alive, and he wants to continue finding them, studying them, all kinds of things. The only catch is Eli's extraordinary ability is that he can't die. Yeah. It is Marvel meets fantasy, kind of. It's very much superpowers, super villains, so much fantasy, so much science as well. I very much enjoyed the first one. I gave it 5 stars. Can't wait to get through this one. This is just a continuation of their story. I'm so enthralled with this series. I can't wait to read more of it. So that's where we're going to start for today's reading. We're going to start the timer every time I sit down to read until I hit 24 hours this weekend. And we're going to prioritize reading, not scroll on our phone so much. Yeah. That's what this video is for. That's what this challenge is for. Let's get into it. Officially an hour in. I read for an hour last night, so we have 22 hours, 53 minutes remaining for the rest of this weekend. I did get all the way through part 2 of Vengeful. I'm now on part 3, Ascension, which is page 223. There's about 500 pages in this book, I would say, 470-ish. So I'm almost halfway through this book. I am really, really enjoying this book. I knew I would, but I keep putting it off because I know Victorious isn't even close to being out yet, so I just keep putting it off. But I love V.E. Schwab's writing, and something about this series, the EOs and the super abilities and the battle between good and evil and getting in Victor and Eli's minds, and it being set in an urban type setting with so much science and things surrounding it. It's just so fascinating. We're getting lots of point of views in this book, so many more than in Vicious, because it's digging deeper into EOs all around the world. Vicious was more specifically tailored to Victor and Eli and their initial battle and the people helping them, that they chose to help them, the EOs. They chose to help them. This is so much deeper. It goes into so many more stories, and I just find it so fascinating that V.E. Schwab can distinctly separate characters like that with a switch from one chapter to the next. It is so fascinating, and it's such a fun read. I'm having such a great time. I feel like we're going to finish this later today because it is so good. However, as I mentioned last night, I am trying to spread out my 24 hours of reading because I have lots to do. I'm a full-time employee, a full-time student. I have to take care of my house. I have to get groceries. I have to do normal human things. I can't just sit here and read for 24 hours. I wish I could, but unfortunately I can't. So while I'm cleaning my home and doing some homework and that kind of stuff, I will be listening to Hopelessly T-voted. I mentioned last night that I am conflicted about this book so far. I am about 30 to 40% of the way through this book on the audio, and it's just, there's something about it. Let me tell you what it's about first before I tell you what my issue is with it. You're following our main character, Asriel, who just lost his family and thinks he's cursed. He's also a witch. Victoria is a former heiress who now owns Hopelessly T-voted, the tea shop that his family used to own, I believe. They have a past history. Victoria can see and talk to ghosts. And apparently her parents made a deal with the devil so that she is able to do this, and now that she is estranged from her family, she now has to pay back that debt. And she keeps going back and forth between Asriel and the devil. Like, this is supposed to be a relationship romance between Asriel and Victoria, but she just keeps telling everybody, like, in her point of view, how hot the devil is. Like, pick a side. Pick a side. That's what's irritating me, and it's such a little nitpicky thing, but it's ruining their relationship story because it's already a second chance relationship and she's already like got this devil over her shoulder, literally. I think that Az is eventually going to start helping her pay this debt off, but that little nitpicky thing is ruining the relationship. I'm not rooting for our main characters to be together, so that's why I feel like it might be a DNF. I'm going to go clean and listen to a little bit more of this. If it doesn't get any better by the time I'm done cleaning, this might be a DNF. I am so upset about it because the cover is so cute and I love a paranormal romance. It's one of my favorite genres to read, but it's just making it really hard for me to root for our main characters. I'm gonna go do what I need to do, listen to a little bit of it, continue our timer, and I'll check back with you guys in a little bit. Hey, so I'm this far into Hopelessly T-voted, and they just said I'm sorry about the last thing, like the past thing that they are so not together anymore for, and started kind of getting together. Not really. They wanted to take it slow, but they're not sure. They can't seem to stay away from each other. Sure, whatever. We're this far into the book. I thought I was so much further. I thought it was going to be at least halfway before we started to get any sort of burn from the romance in this book. Nope. No burn. No burn whatsoever. We are 102 pages in. I'm DNFing. I am really not liking the way that the book is going, and there's no slow burn. The reason that they're not together is because they had they both thought they liked each other and they had like a one night stand, and then neither of them could confess their real feelings for each other. It seems like it's not gonna work, in my opinion. My humble opinion. I'm DNFing. Also, good news of the day, my microphone broke. So I have to talk like this. I ordered a new one. It should be here tomorrow. Hopefully the audio doesn't sound terrible, but I apologize if it does. I'm trying to use my AirPods and hopefully it doesn't sound too bad, but I will try my best to edit it and make it sound the best as possible. But I want to continue this little reading vlog for you guys. So they're supposed to be here tomorrow morning. I'm DNFing this. This is awful. I'm so sorry. I could 100 pages in and I don't care what happens to them. I'm technically counting it as read on my TBR because I gave it a shot. We are going to move into Rebel Witch by Kristen Cicerelli. I'm going to continue to listen to this. I haven't started it, but I was in the middle of cleaning when I just got so fed up with that book. So I'm going to continue cleaning and continue listening to some books, and I'm going to listen to Rebel Witch. So once I listen to a little bit of it, I will give you guys an update on Rebel Witch. This is the second in the Heartless Hunter, the Crimson Moth duology. Heartless Hunter is the first one. I'm really excited to read this because the first one left off on a really big cliffhanger. I'll be back with updates. So good. I don't want to stop listening to it. The enemies to lovers slow burn that just keeps burning and getting better and better. I fear this is just what I needed. Page 288 of 450. This is phenomenal. Said it will be an honor to die by your side. Hello everyone, I just finished Rebel Witch not too long ago. Hopefully you guys can hear me because my air is running and I still don't have microphones. They will be coming soon though, I promise. This got me so excited to actually be reading. I can't believe I finished it so quickly. It was amazing. I'm giving it 5 stars. I liked this one a little bit more than Heartless Hunter because we're deeper into the world. We got more of the enemies to lovers. We saw the rebellion. We saw everything that this book entails. Heartless Hunter, if you haven't read this series, is about a witch and a witch hunter who are enemies and at each other's throats. Our main character, Rune, is called the Crimson Moth. That's why it's called the Crimson Moth duology. And she is basically saving all of these witches from this society that just wants to keep killing witches off. It takes a wild turn at the end of Heartless Hunter, and I've been dying to finish off the duology. It ends so well. The last like 100 pages of this book were so fast-paced and so enthralling. I couldn't put it down. Like the whole book I couldn't put down, but the last 100 pages were so good. Fantasy Fall is getting started so well with this. I'm so glad we finished a series. Technically a duology, but we finished one and it's a 5-star. My first 5-star of the month, not including rereads. I am obsessed. I loved this so much. Slow burn, we didn't really see, you saw a little bit of the romance in the first book, but there was still a good slow burn in this book, and I think that's what really solidified me liking it so much. It didn't just throw you into a romance that was already budding. Like, yeah, there was a little bit of a spark, but they were still hardcore enemies through most of this book, which I really enjoyed. And man, this was so fun. It's set in a, what's the word? Aristocrat? That's not the word I'm looking for. It's like Bridgerton-esque, Regency-esque society where ball gowns and balls and stuff are being held, but there's witches and magic, and it was so fun and so unique. 5 stars. We are still in the middle of some other books, and just to do a little time check, this is where we are at. Am I gonna finish it this weekend? No, because I have lots to do. Like I said, the weekend is the only time I can do things. So, did I think I was gonna be able to read for 24 hours over the weekend? No. But that's okay. We'll finish it when we finish it. We're definitely finishing this challenge. But I am going to start the naturals. This book has been sitting over there staring at me, wanting me to start it, and I just need a switch of genres. My headphones are charging because I am immersive reading vengeful. I do want to read that. So while my headphones charge, I'm going to start this and then we'll jump back into vengeful. That is the plan. We're going to get started with The Naturals by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. I'm so excited about this. If you don't know anything about this, this is a YA mystery and I've heard it's Criminal Minds. The teenagers in this book have special gifts that the FBI chooses to use to help them solve cold cases. That's all I know, and that's all I'm going to know because I want to go in as blind as possible. Let's get started. This is why I can't read these types of books, because I'm 90 pages in and I think I have it all figured out. We'll see though. I'm about halfway through The Naturals. I've literally sat here and done nothing but read this book. I'm on page 150. There's about 300 pages in this book. There's 308, so I'm almost halfway. Time check. I did not know that there was going to be a love triangle in this book. I like Dean. If you've read this series, I am on Dean's side. I fear. It may be too early to tell, but I am leaning more towards that side. I also feel like I have it figured out, but I hope I don't. I hope it stumps me. I also don't like how it ends abruptly a lot of the time in the middle of their lessons, because I'm the person that loves studying this kind of stuff, and it makes me mad that it ends in the middle of their lesson before, like, teaching you the whole thing. Obviously, Jennifer Lynn Barnes isn't, like, an FBI teacher, so is it all absolutely true? No, but I'm hoping she did enough research that it is factual. But a lot of the lessons end abruptly or in the middle and you don't figure out the answers to them and it leaves you thinking, and I'm like, I have my own theories, let me know if I'm right. Anyways, we're about halfway. I'm really enjoying it, but it's really making my head hurt how hard I'm thinking about this book. And that's just cold cases in this book. I can't imagine when we get to like real cases and they start doing real cases in the later books, what my brain is gonna feel like. Hold you because I forgot my tripod. I forgot a lot of things today, okay? Hey, it's me. I'm at work. I didn't finish the 24-hour challenge in the weekend. Who's surprised? I have like 6 hours left. We're gonna finish it. I've been reading. I read a lot last night. I finished The Naturals. I forgot that. So enjoy this picture. I finished The Naturals. I'm giving her 4 stars. She was so much fun. She was exactly what I needed. I loved the mystery elements. I love how fast-paced it was. I loved everything about it. I did guess who the killer was, though. Unfortunately, I guessed who the killer was, but that didn't deter me in any way. Once I found out who it was, it made me feel good that I got it right. I also really enjoyed the cast of characters. The love triangle really made me excited for the rest of the series and what's to come, especially them dabbling in an active case at the end there. It has me excited for the rest of the series. So 4 stars, great mystery. I love the program. I love the Criminal Minds aspect. Literally everything I could ask for in a YA mystery book. Then I started to Face Off on my Kindle last night after I finished The Naturals. We have about 6 hours left on the clock. I'm going to go continue reading on my lunch. I'm about 20% of the way through. I'm on chapter 11. It says 19%. But I am loving this so far. I love a good hockey romance. It's one of my favorite romance genres, like subgenres, is hockey romance. The sun is really not doing it right now because it's bouncing off that car right there. So this is not going well, but I needed to update you before I literally read the rest of this on my lunch because I fear that's what's gonna happen. I flew through the first 20% of it last night. Now I have an hour to read on my lunch and some breaks within the day. I fear I'm gonna read all of this. I did bring my timer. We're going to time it on my lunch for the whole hour of me reading. Don't worry. So we're going to finish this here challenge, I promise. You're going to see the rest of it. We're going to get through this TBR. If it's the last thing I do, I'm really liking this so far. I am back with another update. As you saw earlier, I did in fact finish Face Off by Chelsea Curto. I finished it on my Kindle, but I did read all of Face Off by Chelsea Curto. This was so cute. I absolutely loved this. I am gonna give this a 4.5 stars because this was almost perfect. I love a good hockey romance, and this was almost perfect. I seriously love this book. And I can't wait to read the rest in this series. I ordered the second one. I can read them on Kindle Unlimited, but I ordered the second one because they're just so cute. I mean, look at the little art on them. I really liked this. 4.5. The only little nitpicky thing that I didn't like was the fact that they got together a little too quickly for my taste. I wish we got a little bit more of a slow burn because they do end up being like friends with benefits for a little bit, and I wish we got a little bit more of a slow burn before we started seeing them romantically involved, because they go from like despising each other and on the wrong foot to that. And they start this cute little thing where they ask each other a question a day to get to know each other, and I think that's so cute to A, get to know our characters, and B, for them to get to know each other. And it was just a cute little added thing in the book, and I really, really liked that. So I wish we got that a little drawn out a little bit more before they started getting together. Other than that, there was another scene where it was a little cliche, and I just was like, whatever. But other than that, this was so good. I know why there's so much hype surrounding this book. It is well deserved. Fantastic. 4.5 stars. Did I tell you guys what this even is about? If you don't know what this is about, this follows Emerson Hartwell, Emmy. That's our female main character. She just got traded to the DC Stars, which that's the name of the series. They are a hockey team, an NHL hockey team, an all-male hockey team. She is the only female in the NHL, I believe, at this time, and she just got moved up. Not traded, she got moved up to the NHL, and she's now on the DC Stars. Her and Captain Maverick Miller start off on the wrong foot. He thinks she's a fan waiting for him in the rink. Right. No, she is on his team and they have to play together after that little encounter. But she is now a professional hockey player and their team was not doing the best and not being able to work together and things like that. And you just kind of follow them, build their team up, and also build a relationship. It was so good. Like I said, the little questions they ask each other, the way they slowly open up to each other. A woman in a male dominated sport. I loved that representation. I just loved every single second of this book. I can't wait to read the next one. I will be reading it as soon as possible because I think the found family in this is as good or will be as good as the Windy City series. That's a bold statement, but the way that you're introduced to all the other characters and the way they care about each other, it's feeling like Windy City. So I need the next one, and I need to read them all, and I need it to feel like that. Face Off, 4.5 stars. Highly recommend if you haven't read that one. I'm so glad that that was my 12 rec from 12 friends because that is a good recommendation. Outstanding. Here's our time check. We have an hour and 44 minutes left of our 24 hours, and we're going to finish it right now by reading the rest of Vengeful. It. I finished Vengeful. 5 stars. This series is so good. I'm so fascinated by the way V.E. Schwab can do anything specifically right. This continuation of this series has me even more excited for Victorious when it comes out. The ending has me shook of this book. I don't know where Victorious is gonna go. I have some theories obviously. And I saw a little Addie LaRue Easter egg that I loved. I can't talk about this too much because I don't want to spoil Vicious or any of the book. I went in completely blind and just read. And it's seriously such a good series about extraordinary abilities and vendettas and power. It's amazing. I love this series so much. I will do anything to get an arc of Victorious. This is so good. But 5 stars, and that brings us to the end of our 24-hour readathon. Did it take a little bit longer than a normal one? Yes, but as I mentioned, I have a strict schedule. These are the books that we were able to finish. All a part of my monthly TBR. We had 1 DNF and 4 completed books. Pretty good. I found some really good books, and I'd say this was a really good readathon, reading vlog. Very good success. If you liked this and you want me to do another one of these, let me know. I will. They're going to be a little strange because of my schedule, but we got her done. And we read some really good books. As always, please subscribe if you're not. I'll hopefully see you guys in my next video real soon. Bye, guys.